Joshua Carney ready to get this one started.
And we are underway from the City Beautiful.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. First carry here for Kenneth Walker III.
And he powers his way up past the 30. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Second and 5.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Now second and 5. Now Richardson back to throw it. As it complete to Jackson Smith and Jigba.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
Now you can exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Richardson.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson.
A quick throw, but incomplete.
Second and 15. Richardson looking to throw. A quick throw there is incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And they'll send the tight end in motion. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away.
Back deep for the Rams is Tutu Atwell.
And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
On the ground, here's the fourth-round pick from April's draft.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on fourth down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Here's the 2nd and 7. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
Now a play fake here on first down.
He's going up top for Wilson. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
And that is not what you expect from a receiver of his caliber. Sometimes you get a little ahead of yourself. You don't look it in, and all of a sudden it's on the ground. A surprise to all.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Setting up the screen here, it's Barber. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 47.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up.
From the 44-yard line, here's second down and 7.
Looking to throw. Vincent. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run here with Barber. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit, trying to run it on third down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Here's Richardson to throw. And he's got Smith-Njigba. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Richardson off the play fake. And this one complete to Simpson. And he's brought down. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
In motion, the tight end. Richardson working from the gun. Smith-Njigba with the grab. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pickup there at 22.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Again, it's Richardson. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And the Seahawks are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Now Richardson. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped him.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Back to the air with Richardson. He finds Smith-Njigba in the end zone for a Seahawk touchdown. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass.
And the Seahawks post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Now 2nd and 3.
Off play action. Vincent. That's caught. Puka Nacua. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
He's got it to the 43 here.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Off the play fake. Vincent. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Out of the gun now on third down. And that is incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
Here comes the Rams punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Well, not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
From the shotgun, Richardson. He finds Smith and Jigba.
And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Now it's Richardson.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 29-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Here, Richardson yet again. For the left side, it's complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
That's the third time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Walker is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
At the Rams 2-yard line.
Walker once more, and he's going the wrong way again. He'll lose yardage here back to the 5. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Richardson looking to throw this. Being chased out left. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And how about the coverage here in the end zone? That's how you frustrate a quarterback. You get pressure on, and you take away all of his receivers, and he's got to throw it away on 3rd and goal.
And his kick is indeed good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And that one going to hop into the end zone, and it'll come out to the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Vincent. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Off-play action. Vincent. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Walker now on 1st and 10. He'll get it to the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
In motion goes the tight end. Throwing on 2nd and 3. Richardson. This is caught. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Back to throw. Richardson. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Operating from the gun, Richardson. This is caught, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes our score 17-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. This now a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Vincent. A hit as he throws there. Incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try to figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Officially just 27 yards there on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position here for the Seahawks as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is Simpson with a catch. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
And, partner, they're locked in man coverage out left, and they end up running a crossing route. Rounded it a little bit more than a slant. And he's just going to angle himself towards the right side of the field, and that's very difficult for a defender to shadow him across all that ground.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Now Richardson back to throw it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So this lead, Charles, is continuing to swell here in the first half.
Well, it's interesting. When we talked to them prior to the game, they told us that their game plan was take no prisoners, and they've lived up to it so far because everything has worked. No guarantee that'll continue. But all in all, this coaching staff's got to be very pleased by what they've seen.
And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. The final shot before break. Vincent. This one deep for Wilson. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We'll see, Charles, if they had a chance to hit the reset button at halftime. They have not scored. They're facing this big deficit. And if they're going to come back, it's going to have to start right now. Yeah, and for them, it's not dwelling in the negative because, yes, they were totally ineffective in the first half. But we've seen many games that have flipped around in the second half. It all starts with this drive right here. They get something good going, put some points on the board, they begin to have hope. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down. Operating from the gun, Vincent. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains. And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence. The big plays are out there. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
At this point in the game and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Again, he'll drop to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. 23 yards on the play.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
Up the middle, here's Walker. Breaks through the contact. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one good for 37 yards.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Richardson out of the shotgun. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week one is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that, because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Off the play fake. Vincent. A short throw pulled in by Woods. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. Now, that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They get this out quickly to the left side. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff running through the middle. Oh, he pulls over him. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. A good pickup, 17 yards, and also a Rams first down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Off play action. Vincent. That one out wide and intercepted. Picked off by Reek Woolen. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A give for Walker running right. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 55 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
3rd down and 1. They go play action with Richardson. Steps away. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. And the Rams force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Unable to corral him. He fights through and able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down.
First down here at the 24-yard line.
They go back to the ground, this time Barber. And some room to maneuver. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. They'll stay on the ground with Barber. And some space here. Past the 20. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far. It's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Well, getting close to the end zone, and you know that rookie wants the ball back. He's looking for his first career touchdown.
He certainly is, and you just wonder with the coaching staff, is it trust in him this early? Are they trying to get him going, give him confidence early in his NFL career? Either way, they want him to score.
And he will maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And that's also all for this third quarter of play. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back live to Orlando. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. The offense on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Vincent. He'll check this one down to Barber. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. No luck for the Rams as they fail here on 4th down. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
Now that's to the left sideline and incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Escaping the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be just shy of the 20 at the 19 as he goes out of bounds. A penalty accepted, and they move the ball forward. Richardson looking to throw. That would almost intercept it, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he'll get this past the 20 as he gets about 4.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Third down and 6. Here's Richardson to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Taking it about the 36. Call it an even 40-yard punt. 7, though, on the return. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And, okay, all right, I'm being facetious here. But you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
82 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Off the play fake. Vincent. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Looking to throw. Vincent. And that'll be complete to Dillon.
Only able to gain a couple there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right. They're kind of played into their hands. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Barber on 1st and 10.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on... And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. A great effort there with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Rams are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter. Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and it makes it 27-7 now.
Joshua Carty to kick off for the Rams.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Running left is Walker. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 64 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. Richardson. He'll let this go deep for Smith and Jigba.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair.
So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack.
Down to about the 37.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. This a 2nd and 7 from the 37.
Off play action. Vincent.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Back to throw. Vincent.
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
This will be dumped off to Barber. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and 2 at the Seahawks 13-yard line.
Back to throw again. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
They'll look to throw again. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. There he goes, right side. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, just to add that to the list of great moments for this defense today, they've really shredded that game plan on the other side all 4 quarters. And, Charles, that pick 6, that's kind of the cherry on top.
Yeah, they did it, and I feel like I'm quoting a bad movie line, but they did it together, didn't they? Fed off of each other, every big play they made, every tackle, every pick, everything they've done. They continually built energy in this one, and how about them culminating with a pick 6?
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback. And it'll come out to the 20-yard line. Offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Oh, and now some space to operate. Still going. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. 109 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Vincent. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Seahawks are going to get it back here just past the 35. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking